If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 500 so I can get monetized. If I end up getting this to work on Rumble, subscribe over there. I got like 15 subscribers, trying to get up to 100 so I can get monetized. Now let's go on. Let's get started with today's video. Welcome to Action Figure Wrestling All Stars. I'm Jim Ross, and with me as always, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Yeah, baby, yeah, baby. And it's good to have our crowds back here. You know, I had a young man recently ask me, how can I get tickets to an Action Figure Wrestling show? Well, guess what? That young man will be here in a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of days. Will be getting his chance at getting those tickets. Also understand, we just recruited a new referee, which will be here in a few weeks as well. But before we do any of that, let's do today's show. Introducing first, your referee for the first match. The first match is for the Action Figure Wrestling Hardcore title. Your referee, Gerald Blue. Your reigning Action Figure Wrestling Hardcore Champion. Representing the Hart family, Owen Hart. Owen Hart back here in Action Figure Wrestling. And his opponent, making his All-Stars debut, Gunther. Gunther made his Action Figure Wrestling debut last night on Blackout. Failed to win his match in order to get a contract. Well, he's under contract, but, to get a spot on the roster. One. Yeah, you got to win a match to get a spot on the roster, to be put on somebody's roster. Gunther failed to finish the cover. One, two. One, two, three. Your winner and new Action Figure Wrestling Hardcore Champion, Gunther. Which means Gunther will be going into Action Figure Wrestling main pay-per-view of the year, the big pay-per-view of the year, WrestlePalooza, as Hardcore Champion. The next match is scheduled for one fall and it is now a triple threat elimination match for the Action Figure Wrestling Television Champion. Introducing first your referee, Brian Hefner. Introducing the first challenger, representing the Hart family, Owen Hart. And his opponent, and reigning Action Figure Wrestling Television Champion, Brock Lesnar. There's the television title. And their opponent, Andrade. Andrade just renewed his contract and he's trying to get, he's another one of those that needs to win. 1, 2. This is 1, 2, 3. Andrade has been eliminated. One. One, two. See how Brock Lesnar fell over on his stomach? That was to keep Owen Hart from getting a pinfall. One, two, three, your winner, and still television champion, Brock Lesnar. We would like to welcome Owen Hart now back to, well, welcome him to All Stars. The next match is scheduled for one fall. It is the Action Figure Wrestling Middle Eastern Championship. Introducing first your referee, Mr. T. Your Middle Eastern champion, representing DC Comics and the Justice League, The Flash. Here's the Middle Eastern Championship. And his opponent, representing Marvel Comics and the Avengers, the Falcon. That's right, the Falcon here is one of those guys trying to win a match so he can get on a roster. One. One, two. Not quite. One, two, three, your winner, a new Middle Eastern champion, the Falcon. That means there will be a 3-on-1 handicap match for the next match. Yes, that's right, folks. The next match is a handicap match. And it's for the Australian title. No, the Jamaican title. It's for the Jamaican title. The next match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Action Figure Wrestling Jamaican Championship. Introducing first the referee, Earl Hebner. Introducing the first opponent, representing DC Comics and Justice League, The Flash. Introducing your Jamaican champion, Miro. There's the Jamaican title. And now, introducing their opponents, making their Action Figure Wrestling debuts. Kit Wilson, Alien Prince, Pretty Diddly. The tag team, Pretty Diddly, is here in Action Figure Wrestling. I tell you what, those two guys dress like a bunch of beeps. Shame on you. Wait a minute. What's that? What's that? What's that? That's Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy just kicked Elliot Prince in the face with a super kick and Jey just did a super kick to the face of Kit Williams. Wait a minute. It's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns now. What's he doing? A Superman punch to the Flash. Now Roman is pushing them three out. And the Usos are just standing there watching. Spear on to Miro. Wait a minute. Isn't that the Usos and isn't that their cousin, Nia Jax? Maybe she's coming down here to talk some sense to her cousins. No. Oh my. That big fat beep. She's joining her cousins in the family. And now it's a 4-on onto Miro, and then they just leave. Ladies and gentlemen, due to outside interference by the family, this match is a no contest. So we now know that Nia Jax has joined her cousins. Makes you wonder what they're going to do next. The next match is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Australian Championship. Introducing first your referee, Randy Owens, and your Australian champion, representing AEW and the Elite, as well as the Bullet Club, Nick Jackson. There's the Australian title and his opponent. Also representing AEW, Chris Jericho. One. One, two. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, your winner. And still Australian champion, Nick Jackson. The next match is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Asian Championship. Introducing first your referee, Hunter Riddle, and your Asian champion, Baron Von Risky. And there's the Asian title. And now, his opponent from Minnesota, Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, I want all you rejected, ugly looking sweat hogs watching to please be quiet and watch as I show your ladies what a real man looks like. The Ravishing One, Rick Rude. 1 versus Baron Von Ruski. 1-2. The Ravishing One. Can you imagine him winning the Asian title? Well, let me tell you something, JR. He can do it. Yes, he can do it. He would be a good one. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new Asian champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. Which means our Canadian title will be a triple threat match. Now, I've been told that the Usos, Nia Jax, and Roman Reigns has been escorted out of the building. The next match is scheduled for one following as a triple threat elimination match for the Canadian title. Introducing first your referee, Brock Rose. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We don't need them in here messing up everything. Introducing first the first challenger, Baron Von Ruski. And introducing your Action Figure Wrestling Canadian champion, representing the Elite, the Bullet Club, and AEW, Kenny Omega. There's the Canadian title. And his opponent, and their opponent, also representing AEW, Darby Allin. One. One, two. One, two, three. Baron Von Ruski has been eliminated, which means Baron Von Ruski will now be here on All Stars. One. One, two. One, two, three. Your winner and still Canadian champion, Kenny Omega. Let's hope we don't have any more interruptions. Well, they're not really going to be calling themselves a family. I understand now. The group is not being called family. They're talking about family for some odd reason. But they're actually called the Samoan Hit Squad. Or no, I'm sorry, the Samoan Mafia. The Samoan Mafia. Alright, the next match is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the South American Championship. Introducing first, your referee, Kane Owens, and your South American Champion, representing D-Generation X, Triple H. Triple H. Along with Shawn Michaels and China, represent D-Generation X. There's the championship title, the South American title. And his opponent, representing the planet Eternia and the Masters of the Universe, Prince Adam. One, two. One, two, three, your winner and new Action Figure Wrestling South American Champion. I'm sorry, this is not the South American Championship. I'm sorry, Mexican Champion. It's the Mexican Championship. Prince Adam. The next match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Action Figure Wrestling English Championship. Introducing first your referee, John Hardy. Introducing your first opponent, Triple H. And introducing your England champion, or UK champion, we'll call it UK Championship because they're both the same thing. Nate the Great. Nate the Great just won that title last night. There's the the UK title. And his opponent, also representing Action Figure Wrestling Originals, Pretty Boy Derek. One, two. One, two, three. Triple H has been eliminated. One. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, your winner, and still UK champion, Nate the Great. The next match is scheduled for one fall, and it is your main event, and it is for the Action Figure Wrestling World Championship. Introducing first your referee, Matt Cena. Introducing your Action Figure Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, LA Knight. Yeah! LA Knight, now a two-time Action Figure Wrestling World Champion. There's the world title. And his opponent, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, these two have been sharing a back and forth with the title the last few weeks now. If Stone Cold loses, he won't get any more shots at the world title before the pay-per-view. But if he wins, then the last All-Stars before the pay-per-view, he will have to defend against Eli Drake. Now, let's be honest. They've given us some good matches. Well, Eli Drake first won the title after beating Stone Cold, The Rock, and Hulk Hogan in a elimination four-way match. 1, 2. Stone Cold almost got a pinfall there. 1, 2, 3, your winner and new Action Figure Wrestling World Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin. They're showing sign of respect towards each other. And of course, listen to Eli Drake. He just said next week on the next episode of All Stars, he's going to become world champion again. Oh no. No. What are they doing back here? They're surrounding. They're in all four corners. And Stone Cold and Eli Drake, LA Knight, I don't know why I keep calling him Eli Drake, LA Knight, the two of them are standing back to back. They're not sure what they're going to do. Wait a minute. It's The Rock. It's The Rock. The Rock is coming down here. A spear by Roman Reigns on to LA Knight. And The Rock is in here. He's getting up in the face of his cousins. He's turning to Stone Cold, offering his hand. Wait a minute. No, don't tell me. Rock bottom. The Rock just rock bottom. Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's demanding a microphone. Listen up, all you jabronis. The Rock has his 4 cousins here. And getting sick and tired of hearing the commentators, the people in the back, downgrading my cousins. Just because they're my cousins didn't mean they didn't earn their spot in professional wrestling. But I'm getting tired of people saying they're only where they are because of my family's ties to this business. And now The Rock and his family are now the Samoan Mafia. And let me tell you, after WrestlePalooza, it doesn't matter if it's Stone Cold, LA Knight, or that little punk Shelton Benjamin. Nobody's going to be safe from the Samoan Mafia. If you can smell what The Rock is cooking. That's it for tonight, folks. Join us for the next episode of Blue Empire.